Okay guys, I got a phone call this week from my son wanting to know how I make my chicken pot pie. So they came for supper and we're making chicken pot pies. I cooked some chicken breasts and he is chopping my chicken breast. I cooked in water, salt, pepper, and a little onion powder. And I'm gonna get busy making pie crust. And we'll come back and show you what we're doing. Okay, so here's my pie crust. Be sure and check out my video in the description below. And here we are working. My kitchen is always a mess when a bunch of us cook together. Jonathan is making the slurry to thicken the gravy for the filling. He's going to come over to the stove and thicken up that gravy. And looks like he's still doing that. I love cooking with my kids, and I love it when my kids call and ask me for a recipe. This was such a fun evening for me. I'll be sure and have the recipe down below as well. There's the thickened gravy. He's stirring it, making sure it's good and hot. And then I will tell him to add the frozen mixed vegetables. We used 2 bags of vegetables for 2 pies. Yeah, there he is adding the veggies. You could also freeze your leftover mixed vegetables in a Ziploc bag, and those could be added to your pot pie, saving lots of money and cutting down on your waste. Looks like now he's adding the chicken. He's chopped up. He's adding chicken to his vegetables and gravy. He's going to give that a really good stir and then season it. I'm at the table making the tops to the pie shells. Okay, there's the filling ingredients all mixed up and ready to pop into a pie shell. And here's Jonathan filling the pie shells. His wife Melody was making deviled eggs, and Amy was videoing for us because my hands were messy, as was my kitchen when we all get together and cook. I think I've said that before, but such fun times. All right. Okay, he's got 1 pie shell full, filling up the second one. And then I sent leftovers home with him that night for him and his wife to enjoy. All right, so we have 2 pies filled, and now he's putting the tops on the pies. And I'm sitting across the table, of course, telling him how to do this and what to do, and you know, doing that mama thing that we have to do. Make sure the kids get it right. He does a good job. He loves to cook. He cooks for him and his wife. So he's putting the lids on the pies. Looks like he did a great job, doesn't it? The pies were really good. This is a great way to use up leftovers. This is a great Depression era recipe that people are talking about for their prepper pantries. Making your own pie crust using leftover vegetables and meat and broth, and you put that all together in a wonderful pot pie. And it's just a wonderful meal, comfort food. You get your meat, your veggies, no waste. Although tonight I didn't use leftovers. Tonight I used food that I had bought for this purpose. So looks like he's getting the second lid on the pie. I'm not sure why, but there's always a lot of dishes to do when we get together and cook. Behind Jonathan, you see a sink full of clean dishes to put away, and then a sink that's already filling up with dishes that need washed as well. So we do create a mess, but it's still fun to cook together. I love cooking with my kids and my grandson. He loves to cook as well. All right, popping the pies in the oven, it looks like. And they baked on 375 for about 45 minutes to an hour. And now the pies are done. I love that feeling when you bring the pies out of the oven and they look so pretty and done. So I hope Jonathan felt that accomplishment. Look what I made. Homemade pot pies. So much fun. They were very tasty. So a good time was had by all and lots of good food.